Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Music with Nick. Today we got another birthday request, and for none other than one of my favorite guitar players, Mark Knopfler. I've been listening to Mark Knopfler, I guess, for, I don't know, since I was like 14, 15 years old, with Dire Straits, as you know, the debut album, and that's pretty much where it ended. I don't know why. It was very hard to get Dire Straits albums in Mexico, but we luckily had the first one, and I think I've heard some other stuff when I was back in Mexico, and I didn't really like it that much. The first album has like this something about that album that has that really cool essence, that almost country vibe-ish, you know, like, I don't know. I actually thought they were an American band. I had no idea they were from Great Britain, also because of the accent on the album. All the songs, Sultans of Swing and the Down the Waterline, and you know, the Gallery, and all those beautiful, like Six Blade Knife, and it's just it's an album I've heard so many times. It's actually right there behind me, right there, here, right there. And it's also one of Alexia's favorite albums. That was like our go-to, like when we're on the car, like, hey, let's put on Dire Straits. I don't know what it is. It's just really, really comforting. It's a great, every song is good, you know, the lyrics, and it's just something that Alexia could listen to, and I could listen to, and share that together. It wasn't too out there, you know. Now, of course, we listen to other stuff that's a little bit crazier or jazzier or proggier, but man, that was a great album. So today is his album, birthday, number 75. Mark Knopfler today turns 75. Yesterday was Joe Jackson. Today, Mark Knopfler. So there's a lot of birthdays in the world of rock and roll. Let me just pull up Mark Knopfler here real quick. I want to see a couple of details here. Mark Knopfler. It says British guitarist and singer and songwriter, but I think he born. Where was he born? Yeah, August 12th, 75. Wow, that's so cool. Freude, I didn't know his name was Mark Freude Knopfler. Both, I guess, German names, but yeah, so cool. Well, he's knighted. He was knighted in 1999. Isn't that something? Sir Mark Knopfler. Isn't that awesome? So today we're gonna celebrate this. This is a request by JK. Thank you so much for sponsoring this. I appreciate it. We're gonna do this song called Ride Across the River from the album Brothers in Arms. Let's see what I know. I think Money for Nothing, I know. Walk of Life, I think I know. And I think Brothers in Arms I might know, because it's one of those, you know, that you do hear on the best, especially on the best ofs. But we're gonna do Ride Across the River, and yeah, let's check it out. Again, if you're a fan of Mark Knopfler, I guess you clicked on the video. But if you're new to the channel, you know, maybe check it out. This video, but also all the other videos with Alexia and myself. If you like what you see, you can subscribe. I appreciate it. So without further ado, you know, this is a man who basically doesn't need any introduction, even though I've, you know, blabbered for the last 5 minutes. But here we go with Mark Knopfler, and let the singing and playing do the talking. So here we go with Ride Across the River. Happy birthday again, Mr. Knopfler. Sir Mark Knopfler, if you see this, of course, let's go. gonna get louder. Wow.
I'm a soldier of freedom in the army of the man. Oh, we are the chosen, we're the partisan. Alright. Well, the cause it is noble and the cause it is just.
Wow, that's so
We
many
are
stuff.
ready to pay with our lives if we know. Gonna ride across the river, deep and wide. Right across the river to the other side, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm a soldier of fortune, I'm a dog of war, yeah.
Wow, this sounds so mixed up. Like there's these at the beginning it seemed like almost like a Santana vibe, you know, very Spanish inspired, the trumpet and the bass, boom, boom, boom. That's almost like a reggae, you know, beat. Very, very interesting. Let's keep going, but it's just like there's so many styles mixed together. Really, really cool.
Fortune, I'm a dog of war, yeah. And we don't give a damn who the killing is for. It's the same old story with a different name. Death or glory, it's the killing game. Gonna ride across the river, deep and wide. Right across the river to the other side.
So good. That touch he has, it's amazing.
Oh, nothing gonna stop him as the day follows the night. Right become the wrong, the left become the right. And they sing as they march with their flags unfurled. Today in the mountains, tomorrow the world. Gonna ride across the river, deep and wide. Right across the river to the other side, yeah, yeah. Gonna ride across the river, deep and wide. Right across the river to the other side, yeah, yeah.
I mean, the sound of this man's guitar is just so special. And it's it has to do that he doesn't use a pick, you know. That's just another reason why I'm dropping the pick. Not because of Mark Knopfler, it's just the sound. It's just so, you know, most of my favorite guitar players do use a pick, but I just love the touch of the finger of the flesh touching the strings, and that it does sound different than when you play with a pick. And I mean, I love his sound, you know. It's like you can hear that he's using his fingers. And I love when he does that swell, that like he plays like these 3 notes. It's usually like a chord or 2 notes with a bend, and then he swells it like so beautiful. Also, I was kind of like so mesmerized by the playing that I couldn't even pay attention to the lyrics, but now I read them. Beautiful. I love this whole theme. It's a very beautiful tune. I love the, you know, that I think mellotron, or I don't know, maybe it's a keyboard. Those flute effects, you know, or not flute. Flute, I know here in the US is this, but in Germany a flute is a recorder. They call it Flöte. But yeah, and also that trumpet, it just gives a beautiful vibe of like this, almost like this jungle feel to it, you know. Really, really cool. I love it. I'm loving this song. It's definitely going on my playlist. Oh, that was loud. All right. It's a keyboard, yeah. What a great album, man. Holy sorry. Such a good album. What a great track. Ooh, wow. What do they call that? Man. And I mean, the musicians on this album are crazy. Okay, that was it. I'm just waiting. Yeah, last second. So we have on the on the album we have Sting, Just on Money for Nothing. There's Tony Levin on this album, but it's not this track. We only had trumpet. We had Dave Plus on the trumpet here on Right Across the River. But I mean, we have Randy Brecker, Michael Brecker on the album. Holy moly. Guy Fletcher, Alan Clark, Terry Williams. Man, wow. What a great tune, man. I mean, just that was a good tune to choose for his birthday. Thank you, JK. I can't wait to show this to Alexia. That's the music, you know, that gets to the heart. Beautiful, beautifully played. Everything this man does is gold. Like, I've never really heard a bad Dire Straits song, but I just, you know, when I was obsessed with their first album, I just wanted that, you know, that that kind of like thing, you know. And I wasn't too much into the whole lead guitar when I discovered Dire Straits. I didn't really know, you know, the concept of solos and all that stuff. So it was just the whole package, you know. And now I listen to, it can be anything from very, very slow to something very, very fast. It doesn't matter. It's more about the guitar and the lines that he plays, the language, you know, the vocabulary that he has. That's what interests me on the guitar. And of course his voice is beautiful in his lyrics, you know, but it's just the whole package here. And this is a Dire Straits that I did not appreciate when I was younger, unfortunately. But now, you know, I get it, you know. It's beautiful. Also, the stuff we've done on the channel, anytime, you know, I've done Dire Straits, I've always been like over the moon with the stuff. So again, this was so cool. Thank you so much, JK. This was very, very special. I hope he can, I don't know if Mark Knopfler watches YouTube. I'm sure he's pretty busy, you know, with his family and just kicking back. So I never, you know, expect anything, but I've gotten some responses really, really cool from some artists, and that always feels amazing, you know. It's always very humbling experience, you know. So again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of Mark Knopfler. For me, he's definitely in my top 5 of all time. He's just a wonderful, thoughtful player and just very, very talented at whatever he does. So let me know what you think in the comment section. And if you like the video, you know what to do. Thank you. And I'll see you in the next one.